Beirut, Lebanon. Israel bombarded Lebanon on Monday, expanding conflict across the region after the massive Israel-U.S. attack on Iran that President Donald Trump launched to topple Tehran's ruling clerics. Israeli forces pounded targets across Lebanon, including Beirut, after Hezbollah, the Tehran-backed armed Shiite Muslim movement, fired rockets towards Israel in retaliation for the killing of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Large-scale strikes were also ongoing in the heart of Tehran, Israeli forces said, as the U.S. military widened its targets across Iran on Sunday, retaliating against the heavy strikes that Washington said destroyed the headquarters of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. Iranian forces fired missiles and drones across the Middle East, claiming lives in Israel and the United Arab Emirates. Fresh explosions were heard across Doha, Dubai, and Manama on Monday morning, AFP correspondents reported. Trump vowed to avenge the first U.S. deaths, telling the New York Times that the United States and Israel could keep up the same level of attacks for 4 to 5 weeks. It won't be difficult. We have tremendous amounts of ammunition, he said, adding he had a short list of 3 unnamed people he favored to lead Iran after the war. But Ali Larijani, the powerful head of Tehran's Supreme National Security Council, voiced defiance. Iran will not negotiate with the United States, he wrote on X, adding that Trump plunged the region into chaos with his delusional fantasies and now fears more American troop casualties. Most punishing blow. Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have urged Iranians to overthrow the government in Iran, the sworn foe of Israel and the United States since the 1979 Islamic Revolution toppled the pro-Western Shah. In a video address, Trump urged Iranian security forces to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death, he repeated. It won't be pretty. The Pentagon said that 3 U.S. service members were killed in the operation and 5 seriously wounded in the operation it has called Epic Fury. Sadly, there will likely be more before it ends, Trump said. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against, basically, civilization. Trump, who campaigned denouncing foreign interventions, has done little to explain the case for war to the U.S. public. Attacks across the Middle East. Explosions rocked Beirut before dawn and southern Lebanon residents fled, according to AFP journalists, after the Israeli military announced it was striking both parts of the country. In the city of Sidon, cars of families escaping from further south packed roads, an AFP journalist said, adding some vehicles had mattresses tied to the roof. Hezbollah, which was weakened by an earlier Israeli offensive, said it had fired rockets and drones at Israel in retaliation for the pure blood of Khamenei. The first time it has claimed such an attack since a November 2024 ceasefire agreement following a year of war between them. Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam, whose government has pushed for Hezbollah's disarmament, called Monday's rocket fire irresponsible. Such action endangers Lebanon's security and safety and gives Israel pretext to continue its attacks on it, Salam said on X. In Israel, an Iranian missile attack killed at least 9 people and injured dozens more in the central city of Beit Shemesh after a death the previous day near Tel Aviv. 3 people were also injured on one of the main roads of Jerusalem. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian, whose elected role is subordinate to that of the supreme leader, called Khamenei's killing a declaration of war against Muslims. Iran considers it its legitimate duty and right to avenge the perpetrators, Pezeshkian said. Rise up. Israel and the United States attacked Iran weeks after authorities ruthlessly crushed mass protests, killing thousands. The demonstrations, initially sparked by economic anxiety, but also including calls for greater social freedoms, were considered one of the most serious threats to the religious state. Trump called on Iranians to rise up and said, "America is with you." Reza Pahlavi, the son of the late Shah, cautioned Iranians to stay vigilant in the face of airstrikes and await the right moment to return to the streets. But he also urged nightly chants against the Islamic Republic. Cheers were heard as some Iranians celebrated reports of the death of Khamenei. But after state media confirmed his killing, pro-government demonstrations also formed, chanting death to America. Iran named Ayatollah Ali Reza Arafai to join Pezeshkian on an interim leadership council to lead the country, while a permanent successor is found for the supreme leader. Mixed support. While many in the Iranian diaspora cheered Khamenei's death, anger was seen on the streets of Iran's neighbor Pakistan, where officials said 17 people were killed and protesters tried to storm the U.S. consulate in Karachi. World leaders have given a mixed reaction to the attack, which came 2 days after Iran and the United States held talks on Tehran's nuclear program. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said Sunday that he would let the United States use UK bases for defensive strikes, but that his country, a steadfast partner in the U.S.-led wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, will not join offensive action now. Iran's first retaliatory strikes on Saturday hit all the Gulf states apart from mediator Oman. On Sunday, Oman's commercial port of Duqm was hit by 2 drones, injuring a foreign worker, the Oman news agency said. 3 ships were also attacked in the Strait of Hormuz on Sunday after Iran had previously declared the strategic waterway was closed, sending global oil prices spiking. The Revolutionary Guards claimed to strike the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, but the Pentagon said the missiles launched didn't even come close. Trump said that U.S. military strikes had sunk 9 Iranian naval vessels and partially destroyed its Navy headquarters. Iran's retaliatory strikes in the Gulf have killed at least 4 people and wounded dozens of others. Inside Iran, the Red Crescent, in its last toll issued on Saturday evening, said that strikes had killed 201 people and injured hundreds more. Iran's judiciary confirmed that Ali Shamkhani, a top advisor to Khamenei, and General Mohammad Pakpour, the head of Revolutionary Guards, were among those killed. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.